One of the most important tests you can give an insurance candidate has nothing to do with coverage knowledge, personality fit, or even emotional intelligence. It's a typing test. Now stay with me, because what I'm about to walk you through is a practical screen that separates candidates who can actually handle the pace of agency work from the ones who are going to go and slow your entire operation down. And most agencies aren't even tested for it. So let's be honest about why typing matters. Your CSRs aren't writing novels, but they are writing activity notes on every client interaction. They're drafting emails to clients, underwriters, and even carriers. They're entering data into your agency management system, documenting calls, processing endorsements, and issuing tons and tons of certs. The volume of keyboard-driven work in a modern agency is just staggering. A CSR who types 30 words per minute versus one who types 60 isn't just a little slower. Over the course of a day, that gap means fewer clients served, longer hold times, backlogs in processing, and colleagues picking up the slack where the other person left off. And over the course of a month, it's measurable in revenue impact. Typing speed isn't the only thing that matters, but it's a baseline competency you can measure in 5 minutes. And it tells you whether someone can handle the transaction volume your agency demands. If a candidate can't hit a reasonable words per minute threshold, every other skill they bring gets bottlenecked by their inability to execute at pace. But typing is just the starting point. Let's talk about verbal skills. Insurance communication is precise. Your team has to read policy language and understand it. They have to write professional emails that are clear, accurate, and appropriate in tone. They have to explain coverage concepts to clients in plain language without oversimplifying it or creating an E&O exposure. A verbal skills assessment tests reading comprehension, vocabulary, grammar, and the ability to communicate complex information clearly. One poorly worded email can create a coverage misunderstanding that turns into a big claim dispute. Precision in language isn't just a nice to have insurance, it's a requirement. And then there's the math. Insurance is a numbers business. Premium calculations, pro rata versus flat cancellations, loss ratios, commission splits, audit adjustments. Your team encounters math every single day. A candidate doesn't need to be a mathematician, but they need to be comfortable with basic arithmetic, percentages, and the ability to look at numbers and quickly identify when something doesn't add up. I can't tell you how many agencies I've talked to where they hired someone who seemed great, good personality, good attitude, good aptitude, and then they discovered weeks into training that the person couldn't write a professional email or struggled with basic percentages or typed so slowly they were falling behind on day 3. These aren't skills that take months to assess. They take minutes. And testing for them upfront is the single most efficient screen you can run. Gosh, almost nothing to administer it, and it saves you from investing weeks of training into someone who can't meet baseline requirements. This is why Total CSR's pre-hire assessments include practical skills testing as a core component. Typing speed and accuracy, verbal reasoning and professional communication, mathematical competence. You need to get a clear picture on whether a candidate has the fundamental skills to operate in a high-volume agency environment before you ever spend a single dollar on onboarding. Think of practical skills testing as your first filter. It doesn't tell you everything about the candidate, but it tells you quickly whether it's worth learning more. And the candidates who pass the screen, they're the ones worth investing your interview time in. Like what you're hearing? Hit the subscribe button for more great insights.